intimate.
Catch her naked in her old mattress.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Danish podcast.
That's a new one?
No, we had to cut him down.
That's us.
Okay.
Ever hit the bong? Get that fiery dragon throat feeling? Well, you're not going to do that anymore with Freeze Pipe. They got that glycerin chamber. It's freezable. Pop one of those chambers in the freezer for just 1 hour. As the smoke passes through that icy chamber, it's instantly cooled by over 300 degrees. Visit thefreezepipe.com and use D&O for 10% off. That's thefreezepipe.com and use D&O for 10% off your entire order.
It's got glycerin.
Whoa.
Yeah, you just blew
Whoa.
Eleanor out of the
Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, Eleanor. So
Hi.
thanks for getting ready on the show.
Hey, man.
Always appreciate
I didn't know it was
that.
going to be this goddamn close. I look frightening. Go
You
ahead.
look great.
Glycerin is great
Aaron,
for
would
you.
you
You
have
look beautiful.
Aaron, would you have
Aaron.
sex with her? He's married, but if he says yes,
He's got a hall
First of
pass.
all,
willing to cheat on his wife.
any married man would say, yes, of course.
He's got a hall pass
not
for
true.
you.
That's
I'm married.
Brian,
You just saw my
you could
wife in the
lie.
parking lot.
I did, and she knows who you are.
She
How
knows.
She knows
dare
you would
you.
say
Every
yes.
married man has a hall pass for Eleanor Kerrigan.
See, it's in there.
Is there any truth in that? Hey, you said your grandmother, who's like 104 years
She
old.
loves glycerin.
Is your
No.
grandma still alive?
No.
Yeah, I think she is.
No.
How old would she be if she was still alive?
Oof.
80,000.
92. She died when she was 92. That
Dang.
was
30 years ago.
2005, right after.
Oof,
yeah.
so she'd be
Oh,
up
you were
there.
close. It's
16,
17
close.
years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
She'd be up there.
God damn.
Wow.
She might have
Wow.
faked her death. Do you ever think that?
I hope so. I got to be honest. I'll tell you this.
What was her name?
Eleanor.
Was it?
No.
I was going to say,
Yeah, that's my name.
You're Eleanor Jr.?
I am so much like her. It's uncomfortable.
they don't usually do that with women.
What?
They do
No,
that?
this is your Jewish thing that you're pushing
I don't-
on
I
people.
don't hear a
Stop
lot of-
No, they
forcing
don't.
people.
They do it with men.
to
But I don't
switch.
hear a lot of like, oh, my mom's name is Patty and I'm Patty.
Oh my God!
They're-
My little sister's
But
name
you're
is
from-
Edie, and my mom's name's
Yeah,
Edie.
but your mom
Now,
had 800 kids. She
I was
ran out
just
of
gonna-
names.
She did.
They're like, we don't know any other names.
Edie is number 10.
She's like, what do I do?
I'm surprised it wasn't Eleanor number 2.
She ran out of godparents too, because that's something the Catholics ruin
Wait,
people
why don't
with.
why? Because one godparent was like, I'm not taking all
No,
10.
no. Like so, my mom ran out of family.
I know, but
It's
why
10 kids.
wouldn't you just
Yeah,
use
couldn't you double
one
You can't double
godparent
up.
for
You can't double
No,
up?
no.
Everyone's going to a different home?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? You want to split up the kids?
Yeah, first of all, yes, if something happened, yeah, that's a...
So
Why?
who is your godfather? The garbage man?
Well, my godfather, unfortunately, he passed like a month after I was baptized. I may or may
Whoa.
not have killed
That
him.
was a curse.
So you had to get another one?
Sorry. No, I didn't get a new one, but
It's like, it wasn't meant to be.
his wife was my Aunt Betty, who wasn't really related, that kind of
Okay.
aunt.
So she took over?
She was the best. Yeah.
By
yeah.
the
took
way,
over.
would you, so say something happened to your parents and your godfather was dead, would they just let you
Well,
go
I
on the
would-
street? Your parents? Or
I'm
your-
going to say they would all fake their deaths and be like, we're not taking those fucking kids. They can
No,
raise
but I'm saying, would
themselves.
your siblings see you on the street and laugh at you and be like, ha
course.
ha, your
Ha, ha.
godparents dead,
Is it-
and
You
your
got no
real parents are
godparent.
dead.
There's a chance, though, one of your siblings would be like 30 by that time.
Well, so what we did was, what my mom did, I didn't do it, but with Bobby and Edie, my older brother Tommy and Karen are Bobby's
your older brother,
godparents.
Tommy and Karen?
Brother and sister. Shut up! You're making me nervous. Plus, I keep seeing how pale I look.
You look great.
Pale,
by the way.
pale,
I look dead.
pal,
What's pal?
Pal.
Who's pal are
Oh,
you?
fuck you guys, man.
water and pal.
I have Invisalign.
What about
I
a- what
feel
about a water-
youthful.
What do you call a water pail?
Water.
Water
A water
pal.
pail.
Water pal.
That actually makes sense though, because it carries water. It's your water pal.
Yeah, it's a garbage pal
Give
kid.
this to my water pail.
So your brothers Bobby and Karen.
Bobby.
Karen's
wait,
a good brother
Wait,
name.
wait. Karen.
They ran out
And
of boys'
Tommy.
They're
names.
like, yeah, Karen's good. That'll work.
Poor Karen, huh? Tough year.
Why you act like we know? We're like, oh my god, it's a
No,
shame
the
about
name,
Karen.
the name.
Karen was named after Aunt Karen.
Yeah, she's out there looking for who this Karen is that's out there calling cops on people.
Wait, were you just
Listen,
back in Philly?
I was home for almost a year and a half.
Okay.
Did you get the Invisalign in Philly? Is that why it comes with an extra accent?
No, but it is. I'm getting it off on fucking Tuesday.
Oh,
I'm
forever?
never getting it again. I don't care. I want it out.
You're just
I hate
taking-
it. I hate it.
Wait, it's
I
permanent?
don't. No,
Oh.
it's just I feel like I'm talking like.
Is that
Daffy
real
Duck.
Invisalign, or is that like the
Yeah.
imitation stuff you get on the streets of South
Listen, you
Philly?
piece of shit.
By the way, we are not promoted by Invisalign.
No.
Freeze pipes. Take
And
your freeze pipes, everybody.
Freeze pipe.
Glycerin!
What happened to the glycerin?
Glycerin's in it. It freezes.
So my mom went to. My mom was on the Roseanne show. Remember, Roseanne had her own talk
Roseanne
show.
Barr?
Yeah. Remember?
What?
Yeah, I remember when your mom was on there. It was a great
No,
episode.
wait. Are you serious?
Yes.
What year was this?
1980. I feel like Argus when I say
Was
it.
she? Did she have a glycerin
No,
addiction?
she did not. But
Like your
they made
grandmother?
her. We were in the audience, right? And you know how comics do audience warm up. Paul Mooney, everybody was working
Paul
for
Mooney
Roseanne.
did the audience.
No,
Who did
but
the
they were
audience
all
warm-up?
working for Roseanne.
we got a woman with 10 kids on today here.
So they were like, "Who has the best mom?" And I like raised my hand, and my brother Tommy was mortified.
Wait,
He's
you
like,
were on there with her?
No, I was in the audience.
Wait, hold on. Why did we never know that your mom, that you
And
were
yes,
a
I
child
was-
star?
Yes, I was on there with her.
Is
So
this
it can be Googled and looked up.
Is this in L.A.?
Yes.
Okay.
So
You
I
came
was,
Why was your whole family in L.A.?
Yeah.
time out. I was in the audience. My
Yes.
brother Tommy was visiting
Oh,
Los
okay.
Angeles.
So you
I
raised your
took
hand
him
to volunteer
to
your
see
mother.
Roseanne's show because all the comics from the Comedy Store were working for
Got it.
Roseanne.
Okay.
So it was like, hey, what can we do for family?
go
And
hang
you were
out.
here.
Yeah. So
And
I
you were,
took him.
You were working on your master's degree at
Right.
UCLA.
What was Roseanne wearing that day?
Ooh, good.
Take us
question.
through it.
Moo moo.
I'm trying to even think who the guests were. I feel
Tom
like
Arnold,
I want to say it
I
was
feel
either
like he would be a sidekick.
John
Bette Midler.
Goodman.
It might have been Bette Midler because
Oh.
that's a big for my brother Tommy.
big get.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was like Jackie Collins or something crazy.
I would have taken Jackie
was like a-
Gleason.
Creepy turn. Maybe even Barry Manilow. Anyway, it was
Amazing Kreskin,
he was on it, of course.
bending spoons.
I love coming here because it feels like I'm getting beat the
No,
fuck
no.
up.
Okay, hold on. So
I
you're-
love the abuse.
Why? This,
I'm
wait,
glad I didn't put eyeliner on. I don't care.
You're
This
going to
is
come out with black eyes
This is
anyway.
1988.
1988. This was the 1900s for sure.
Okay.
Who here's
So-
got the best mother?
It was 89 or 88.
It was another
But
century.
I literally only raised my hand just to embarrass my brother Tommy.
Okay.
And then this girl told a story about my mom bought me her wedding dress, and she was crying, and I was like, yeah, whatever, lady, you ain't shit. And then I started telling stories about my mom.
And then you start fighting.
And the guy
She's
goes-
like, wrong show.
The guy goes-
Jerry Springer's right next door.
The guy goes, are you serious? And I go, yeah. And then they go, okay, we're gonna start the show. And I was just like, whatever, just not even thinking about it. Just my brother Tommy's like pink at this point. He's so
He's like,
embarrassed
where's
by
Bette
me.
Midler? I have my poster. I need to get signed.
And right before like the show like actually started, the guy came over. He goes, "Can you come backstage?" And I was like,
Oh,
okay.
and you're like, well, you start to put your lipstick on. You're like, time to get sucking.
no, that would be chapstick. I put my chapstick on to get going.
Oh, come on, homie.
And so we went backstage, and they were like, "Would your mom ever come on the show? We have a
give me
segment."
her number. She sounds like a hot dick.
He's like, "Oh, homie, this is my favorite white lady from the Comedy Store."
Ellen is a great waitress.
He doesn't know my name. He called me the white lady.
Oh, this white lady is great.
So
Come
then
on.
She's like, they're like, yeah, if you
Would
give her
she-
3 months to get here because she's on a toboggan.
Was she tobogganing out?
Yeah, of course.
What does she
was.
do when she hits pavement once the ice and snow runs
Dude,
out?
she doesn't give a shit. There's wheels on that toboggan.
Oh, wow. It's land to sea.
So she had 10 kids
I
to
tell you,
pull.
how many people are like, "Hey, how are you traveling, toboggan?" And because of you two idiots.
There's a lot of snow on the East Coast. The Kerrigan toboggan must be fired up.
It's fired up. It's ready
The
to go.
godparents must be pulling them down the streets.
All my godparents are gone.
Oh, man.
Man,
They're with
you-
God.
Who's going to take care of you?
Nobody. I'm on my own.
Wow.
I'm the lonely guy for sure.
Saddest I've ever heard.
But my godmother was great. She was.
Well, how was your mom's appearance on the Roseanne
Oh my God, it was
show?
so good.
So
she
they
was
talk
so
about-
good.
Wait, hold on. They flew her out.
They flew her out. They were gonna fly all of us,
What?
all of my brothers and
And then they
sisters
realized how
out,
many?
and then they were like, "Yeah,
like-
let's just have them make a video."
They're like, we're not chartering
it's
a
the
flight.
funniest video.
Wait
So
a
what is
second.
it? Is it
And
like
they
a
all
Mother's
had-
Day episode?
Hold on. They all made a video.
No, all together.
Yeah, all together
Yeah,
made
yeah,
a video to what? Say, hey, you're the best mom.
They had to just tell different stories, and like
my
my brother
God.
Tommy
Was it
when
how bad were the stories? Like,
pretty,
remember you beat me?
pretty. No. Like, no, my mom's like she hit us, yes, but she's like this angel. You know, I shouldn't
Yeah.
even say angel because my dad left her for a lady named Angel, and that name's tainted.
Oh, too soon.
So,
Too soon.
Why didn't any of the kids get named Angel?
3 of them did.
Like you're named after the woman that your father left.
you know what Don Herrera says? What is your dad's girlfriend's name? It's a stripper name, right?
Yeah, Bubbles.
He always calls her Trixie.
Heather.
I'm like, it's not
Heather's a
Trixie.
classic stripper name.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
But so on this, when she was on, they gave her all these prizes, right? Or whatever, like gifts.
Wait, what? Like what?
Like a trip to Branson, Missouri.
No, that's not a prize. That's a sentence.
I'll tell you why.
They gave her a
That's a
new
punishment.
They gave her a new identity to leave her life. They're like, you can go to Mexico and start over away from these kids.
Are you kidding me?
I
She goes.
swear.
She goes. We'll send an assassin to kill
Her-
3 of your kids
her
to lighten the
favorite
load.
thing-
You
her
can go
favorite-
see Yakov Smirnoff in Branson.
the Lennon sisters.
Who are that?
John
Exactly.
and John and Nancy.
Who knows?
No. Who were like? But
They're
legitimately, who-
ladies. They're very nice ladies. The Lennon
They
sisters.
sing.
They sing, and it's Don
You're getting
Herrera.
a phone call. Answer
And
it.
so-
you
no, no,
mentioned
no.
his name and he called you. That's
Should
very
I?
odd.
Should I? No, no.
He'll
So
be like, who? He doesn't know.
who are they? Oh no! Now this angle. Come on, guys.
Aaron, you're really killing it
Aaron,
with the
let me
angle.
get my
Crazy.
made in South Philly.
Get that close up. Aaron, can you zoom in?
Do you have a better angle or lighting?
No, it's good.
So
It's a good
this is what I
angle.
look like.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
this
care.
is
wait.
Costco lighting. This is what they go. Can we mirror what it's like to walk through the fucking halls of Costco
There's a free
This
sample.
is why I don't go to Costco.
Free samples
because
behind
of
you.
lighting?
Yes.
And they film in there all the time.
Really?
And
Oh, for fighting.
they don't
No,
allow.
for Costco, the channel. You never watch Costco?
They do have a magazine.
You're kidding.
You just watch
you guys
people
are
shop.
fucking with me.
You
'cause
just watch people
because I
shop.
brought up the Lennon sisters, and you
No.
you think
I
I'm making
shop
it
at
up.
Costco, and they legitimately have a magazine that comes out every month, but they don't allow a Invisalign at Costco. You got.
What if I wear a high ponytail and I look like a little girl, and then the pedos get excited?
That
But,
might be.
They-
but I'm elderly, so it's
You
legal.
should do the porn.
They sell Invisalign there. You can buy
I
it.
can't.
Well, they don't want you have to walk out with your own. You put it in somebody's hand when you get there, and then they give it back to you because they don't want.
okay,
It
I
seemed like
where
you
all
stole the
this is
Invisalign
going.
off the shelf.
Yeah. You got to check it at the door.
Anyway, so you really never heard of the Lennon sisters?
Who has?
I'm saying it's you because I'm thinking of your mom.
I've heard of the
Like,
Letterman
maybe she
sisters.
likes
Wait, my
those
mom?
songs.
Like what songs?
They were a group. They were
I know,
like
but-
a hot.
I'll look it up.
But where? Hey, what?
In I don't know.
My mom grew up in post-World War II
Oh, you're
Germany.
right, you're right.
They
I
didn't-
forgot,
The
I
Lennon
forgot.
sisters.
I think of your mom as like my mom. She really reminds me of my mom's best friend, Joanne Keenan, who's like this.
Does your mom have a? She have a like a German accent?
No, but she's like a supermodel.
Okay.
Your mom's beautiful.
The Lennon
if I remember
sisters
correctly.
are
Yeah.
4 sisters from a
Yes.
family that's 7 in all,
See?
and 5 brothers. The original quartet consisted of Diane, Peggy, Kathy, and Janet.
So they go, hey, you've got 10 kids.
So-
we want to send you to go see some 7 kids.
They
that
asked her
sing."
what her like, who she liked, who her group, like things she liked. They asked
And
little.
they're like,
questions.
oh shit, we don't have any of those prizes.
So the Branson was a big deal, and it was my mom and my grandma, and my brother Tommy went with them because he's like, "What? My mother doesn't drive. My
Yeah.
grandmother doesn't drive. Where are they going?
Why can't they fly?
No, they
By the way,
flew,
is it-
but you got to rent a car. You
God.
got to get around. This
is
is
pre-Lyft and Uber.
exactly.
Were they singing in South Branson? Because South Branson's the only good part of Branson.
Is this a Korea thing? Like, is there? Is this
This is
a
a
Connie?
South Philly thing.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, so I was like, whatever. So they went to go. This was a big deal for my mom. They got to have lunch with the Lennon sisters. Ew.
Look at them.
Wait, hold on.
I think
what? A couple of
SNL
them,
makes fun of them all the time, but
they're pretty hot.
Lower left is the
so
star.
sweet.
No, I'll take.
Really?
I'll take the one in the back. She looks like she doesn't get a lot of attention.
Yeah, and
She
there's
looks like
me.
she'll be more eager to do things.
I'm in the back as well, all nervous and uncomfortable.
We're back right.
Yes,
I like their helmet
with
hair.
her kind of crooked smile.
I mean, it was of the time.
Did you ever dress up as the Lennon sisters for Halloween?
No, but I think I can't even remember. My mom's 2 favorites, Doris Day and the Lennon sisters. I don't know why.
Those were her 2 favorites of
Top
all
of the
the
line.
music she could choose.
Top of the line. Doris Day, her favorite
Okay.
of all time. Like she calls her Dodo. It's a whole thing.
Dodo.
Yeah.
Is that a known nickname or is that just her own?
Personal.
Good question.
She bring that up on Roseanne?
No. She was
Did
so,
she get
by
along
the
with
way,
Roseanne?
Yes, but she
I heard
was
Roseanne
so
won't
nervous.
shake hands, by the way.
Roseanne.
I heard a lot of comics say she won't shake hands. It makes it weird.
I've worked with Roseanne. I mean, I didn't think about shaking her hand. I've given her
I
a
heard
hug
she
and a
flicks
kiss.
you in the balls when she
I
walks
felt
by
her ass. No, I'm kidding. No.
Is that true?
No, that's not
I
her.
heard she flicked your
think it
brother
was-
Bobby in the balls.
That's her thing.
Hey, Bobby.
Did she squeeze your mom's breast during a commercial break?
Yes, a little. She said, these are perky for having 10 kids. That's amazing.
Look how in shape you are.
Did you breastfeed? Let me see if I can still get something out. I'm sorry.
When she came back out, Roseanne was just in her lap.
By the way,
suckling.
She's like, well, give me some milk.
Sometimes my
Suckling
brother,
like a pig.
Sometimes my brother Jimmy will be like, "Hey, you never breastfed us. I feel deprived. Can I get some now?" And she's
Wow,
like, "Get out of here!"
that's
Like he
class.
always makes her uncomfortable.
That's class.
Why doesn't she
Pure
say?
class.
What if she said yes? What would he do?
Probably shit himself.
She
But
should whip.
just
She
say
should whip
that.
her tits out. And be like, I'm gonna one up you.
He just likes to
You want to
try
make
to
it uncomfortable? I'm gonna
embarrass
make you uncomfortable.
Would you ever do this as a prank, knowing that he's coming over? You start sucking on him.
Yes, and
And
then
then say, "Hey."
milk.
And
What kind of family are you from?
We're very close, Ryan.
Why
We've
didn't
been
you?
through this.
The Kerrigans should have gone to Branson and started their own comedy.
I was hesitant to bring
show.
this up, but while my mom and my grandma were at this concert with my brother Tommy, who was basically their chaperone,
How old was your mother at the time? Your grandmother was probably what, 91?
in her 80s, definitely in her 80s.
She's going to Branson in her 80s, looking to hook up.
Yeah, so
probably.
my mom, she loved it. Like the ladies came out, my mom said she was waving to them. You
Did
know,
the ladies wave back? How about, are these ladies
they were
now
like, "Look at this
also in their
crazy
80s?
old lady."
The Lennon sisters are
They
probably no
may
longer.
be gone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that was that picture. I think was.
Actually, they might be my mom's age.
Oh, you know what? I
Check.
think they're on OnlyFans.
Are they?
I think their granddaughters
Yeah.
are on OnlyFans. The Lennon granddaughters.
But
Let's
during
see
the
how
whole
old they are.
concert is when she was popping the nitroglycerin because she had heart disease
They're
for
from
20
Venice.
years.
They're from Venice, California.
Yes.
And then they made so once they washed up, they went to Branson.
Seems like
My mom said she turned and my grandma was like dancing and popping her
Pills.
nitroglycerin.
I thought she was
for-
taking them to get high. She was taking them to stay alive.
Pretty much. She had
Okay.
heart disease for like 20 some years.
wow.
Which is amazing
it.
considering when she got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
There are three Lennon sisters performing as of last year.
Oh,
So I don't know if that means
Yakov
they're dead
makes
or
them
just they're
perform.
retired. Kathy, Janet, and Mimi are still in Branson at the Williams.
my mom got written up in their paper. I have it on my wall.
What, the Lennon sisters paper?
No, the Branson Times or whatever.
Like,
I think
oh.
Argus writes an article in there.
Well,
You baby boomers.
the matriarch of the Kerrigan clan came out to Branson.
was your mom like she a natural when she went on there? Like very comfortable?
No, she was a nervous
She got a
wreck.
deal with
no,
CBS.
No, no, no. My
Overall
mom,
deal.
My mom is a nervous
How long-
wreck. She also was raised by my grandmother who was like, listen, you're not special. Like
Oh.
my mom wanted to be a movie star. My grandma was like, you have to be beautiful for that.
She shot her
Jeez.
down.
So she was
Why'd she bring her to see the Lennon sisters? Seems like she doesn't deserve that.
No, my nanny was great. She was just a realist.
Wow.
she meant like
You don't think your mom could have been a movie star?
she probably could have. My mom's beautiful. My mom's amazing, but she is very nervous. She worries about
How
what
long-
everybody thinks.
By the way, not every movie. Well, I guess stars are maybe.
No.
She could have been a character.
Like,
I don't know what she looks like,
people
but not
say-
everyone's beautiful in Hollywood.
My mom is gorgeous when she was like.
Well, I'm just saying to your grandma, that's
she's still
bad
beautiful.
advice. It's
I
bad
agree.
advice.
I agree. My grandma always had a thing too about being fat. Like if you were
Whoa.
any heavy at all, she was like, "Oh, don't do that."
It's
Like
it's that generation.
Yeah.
My grandmother had that too.
she would be
It
on a
was
bus
like
and be
little-
like, "Look how fat that
Yeah.
lady is."
My,
And my mother
That's a
was
sign
like,
of wealth.
Look
It's a
at
sign
me."
of wealth and opulence. Yeah.
To whom?
I mean, way back
you
in the
Some
day,
cunty
but
person who likes to be mean to people
No.
for gaining weight.
I
What?
mean, not anymore. But back in the day, during the
Yeah.
Great Depression, if you were fat, they're probably like, "Look at this guy."
Yeah, because there was no food.
Yeah,
so they
they're
were
like, "This guy's
"Well,
living high in the
you're
hog."
greedy. They were.
My grandmother used to carry a laser pointer with her out in public.
She
She'd go, "Look at this."
No,
She would say, "Look at that woman, no thigh gap," and she was
She
like
knew.
Lorenzo Lamas on that. Remember that show,
I'm gonna
Hot
tell
or
you-
Not?
Sound like both of your grandmas were John Little.
I'm going to say
Fat
this.
shaming
I was
people across the world.
hesitant to bring this up, but my mother sent me a picture of her grandmother, her father's mother.
Okay.
Okay.
So this
And
is your great.
Total Smoke Show. Hopefully, she's in one of those
Can't wait to show you.
ankle to turtleneck bikini.
Is this a selfie?
For the day, I think.
This is an Instagram.
I don't know who
Let
to
me
show
see.
first because this is bad, but this is going to be bad, and you guys are going to be
Let
mean.
me see it. What do you mean it's bad as in like it's fucking
I
super
see
hot?
a lot of people.
Wait, what is...
She wearing a
Wait, what?
Why is she wearing a shower cap?
Is that Popeye? What is going...
Do you think I had
What
the first?
the fuck is this? What is this?
Do you think I had the first tranny granny? I'm just asking a question.
Whoa.
She
Now
has
I'm
a-
going to show you
is she-
something that's going to blow your
Why is she
fucking
wearing
mind.
like wrestling boots?
Is she
What
have a-
is going on,
Is that
man?
like a...
Hey,
is
look
that
at
a-
her wrist.
Dude, these
What the fuck is that?
Let's get off of her. These kids are the hills have
Wait
eyes.
a minute. That's my grandpop. He's so cute.
Hold
the
on.
little one is my grandpa.
Is that a turn of the century karate gi? Because she has a belt on that is like...
It looks like she's
Let me
dressed
see
as
this
like
again.
Going to a
I'm gonna
Tarzan
show you
party.
something that's going to blow your
Hold on,
fucking mind.
I gotta look
Dude,
at
look
this
at
one
the
more
look at the
time.
guys wearing like a muumuu with like
well,
sweatpants.
he's terrified of his wife.
Where do they take this?
Do you think that-
JCPenney?
What the fuck? Okay, so which one's your grandfather?
The little boy,
Right?
The little one.
Hey, what's wrong with this one? Because she
I
looks
don't-
like...
Yeah, she looks.
She looks like me, which is frightening.
And then, so both of these kids have Down syndrome?
I think you both have said that to me. When you see my pictures from being young, you always say that. Did you have Down syndrome?
What the
Give it.
fuck is
That's a
going on?
Kerrigan trait.
I'm going to show you something that's going to fuck you up because
Worse than this?
yes.
Wow. This is a photo tour down
I
the
think
Kerrigan.
Jeff Scott dressed up as
Because-
your grandmother
right?
for Halloween once.
You should.
We
Are you going to post that online anywhere?
I'm nervous too.
I think you
because
should.
I'll tell you why.
People
'cause
need to see your family. It's
my
beautiful.
mom, that's their grandmom, that's my grandpop, that's my brother Jimmy. Are they the same person? It's
Let me see
the
this.
same person. It's the same
Fairly
fucking
similar.
person.
Pretty
No.
similar. The
That's the
hairline.
same person.
The hairline.
Wait,
similar.
what? So that's Big Time Tommy. That's your brother. Dude, what the fuck is up with this lady?
Dude, she don't look exactly like my brother Jimmy.
What's her name? Bruce?
was she a circus strongman?
That's what she looks like.
My mother said, "You stop it." My grandmother was handsome. I said,
She
"Oh,
was. That is a handsome woman. If you're going to use handsome. She looks like she tans well. Lady's milk
She
white.
said when she was young, to tease her, her sisters would be like, "You look like grandmom."
Oh, boy.
Was your great grandmother the first to sport a goatee?
That
Or were
and
other people-
transition. I mean, she transitioned.
When did her balls drop?
I don't know, but I have questions. Like I want to do.
Was she a nice woman?
I never met her.
No, but your mom. What's your mom have to say?
My mom said she was okay.
You
she
could
was
do
sweet.
an Ancestry.com.
What was she benching in the garage?
Man.
That poor husband.
Do you
looked
think
shell-shocked.
everybody has that, or am I the only?
No,
No, that's just you.
I've seen old pictures of my family, and even during the famine of the
was a
Irish
pretty
potato
famine.
famine, they still
Irish.
look pretty hot. There's a good-looking family.
She looks like she's going to
Sad.
the beach or like, I don't know what's going on.
We're gonna make my brother Jimmy dress like that
What, with a shower
for
cap?
Halloween. The whole outfit. We're getting it.
Did Bozo?
He looks exactly like her.
She looks like Bozo.
we sent it out.
Fashioned his outfit on hers.
Of course, we sent it out as like a Christmas card.
And like, well, we're doing well in the 1900s.
If you send that to Aaron, he could put it on the screen for everyone to look at.
Oh my
Ogle.
God!
And the
That's-
kids are definitely, they grew up near like a toxic waste dump. Because there's definitely something.
Hold on, if that's
Where
mean,
were they
or
from?
If you want to send it to him, you can.
Where were they
I-
from?
Should I? Is that mean to do that to my
Where
family?
were they from? What part
One
of the
kid's
country?
blind, right? The kid in the middle is blind. Is that true?
Yeah, there's a German Shepherd by him.
Because she's looking around like, what are you guys looking at? Should I be looking at something? Because I can't see.
Well, I think also that cameras back then with like that big, huge flash may have blinded.
Look at the birdie, and it's a hawk.
It's just like a
the
huge
hawk took her
explosion.
eyes before the fucking.
Is this their swim outfit? Or is it,
They were going to the pool.
I guess.
They were going to the creek.
they weren't going to the pool. They're like, we're going to swim in the sewage hole.
By the way, my family's gonna be so mad at me. For
They look
putting
like the
this out
Beverly
there.
Hillbillies. Where
What, this
was
kid,
this
it looks
from?
like she farted and they're all.
What part of the country? Is this Philadelphia?
Where's the blind one? Oh yeah,
the
there
middle
she
one.
is.
Is this Philly or where are we at?
I'm
here?
gonna assume Philadelphia somewhere. Yeah, I think my grandpa, because my grandpa knew his family. My grandmom did not.
She didn't know her family?
Not real. She was orphaned very early.
Like what? Like 13? They're like,
9 or something.
Oh, that's a tough.
I
They
know.
threw you out at 9?
No,
She was working.
dead. Everybody was dead.
She's
They were
working in the
dying.
factory.
Yeah, like weird illnesses early.
Syphilis.
Yeah, like
Hepatitis.
a lot of them.
Do you think they just left her and they're like, oh, they died?
Well, her mom
Is it
died.
easier to say they
I
died?
think her mom died giving birth to her or something like that.
it's a tough one.
And then her actual father, biological father, they told her that was her uncle. And he was around, but not
Why,
involved.
just to fuck with her?
I guess
they're
they
like,
were
this is
young.
going to be a great prank at some point.
Didn't that
I guess they
happen
were
to-
young.
Wasn't that Nicholson, I think? Wasn't
Yeah.
his mother he thought was his aunt or something?
No, his
Sister?
mother was his sister, and
And
his
then
grandmother was his
when
mother. is
he
what they
passed
told him.
away, he was very young, and they had the
Surprise!
they had the wake in the like parlor or something. You know
Yeah.
how they used to do that? Very strange. And so she was there like mourning her uncle, and they were like, "Oh, that's not your uncle, that's your father." And she was like, "Wait, what?"
Bombshell. What?
They're like, you should cry harder. That's your dad. Wow.
So my grandma was amazing. She had like a tough life, but I guess she like was nice to her
Did they?
husband, her mother-in-law.
Can you imagine dying at childbirth and then they hold the baby up and they're like, "This is
This
what
is
killed.
your baby. Oh yeah.
This is what killed her."
Do you think?
They're
I mean,
like,
that
good
has
news,
to happen a lot.
good news, bad news. Good
I'm
news
trying to find the
is-
picture of just her and Jimmy that we put side by side because it's
When did you
it's
get
almost
this
like
picture?
time travel.
Yeah, it's like Jimmy was married to your great grandfather.
Does he think that was him reincarnated?
He hates when we do it, but he laughs.
You should
'Cause
get
it
him that
really
hat.
does, 'cause
Get him that hat.
We're
That
trying.
bath hat.
We're gonna get him the bath hat, but I'm assuming that's how you had to go swimming.
They look
No,
like they're going to like a
they're not
wooden
going swimming.
barrel.
Yeah,
swimming.
don't you
literally
think that's
looks
probably
like-
Atlantic City. That was a big thing to do. Was go to Atlantic City and watch what was it? The horse would jump off the pier.
Yeah, to
I'm
kill
not
it.
kidding.
To kill
Hold
itself
on.
because it hated Atlantic
I
City.
didn't make it up.
Everybody, get your tickets. The horse will
Watch
jump off
Boardwalk
the pier.
Empire.
I
and
watched it.
Yeah,
They
they
did
show
not
it.
do that.
Yes, it's a picture of the horse
I've-
jumping off a pier.
I've heard of that. I heard you
swear.
talking about Atlantic City with Yorsi recently. Is he from there?
Atlantic City.
Comic?
No, he's from Philly.
Oh, okay.
But I
He
think
set you up with a gig. It sounded like from what
No.
I heard. Oh,
he met people I did gigs with.
got it. Okay.
Yorsi is not my booking agent.
That
What?
is
If
a
you want to get in
total-
touch with Eleanor, go to the Comedy Store and ask for Yorsi.
But that really does look like
It's-
like Popeye. Like Popeye's
Exactly.
kid, Sweet Pea.
Popeye's Kids, the old Robin Harris bit.
Baby kids. Oh, that's why you guys had me on. I
Yeah,
forgot.
we got to discuss
Because
that.
I'm
we
a
got- yeah.
celebrity
We got to
now.
discuss Fat Tuesday.
Guys, I'm a big celebrity.
Wait, we still haven't finished the
You're
whole
right.
Roseanne. How long was your mom on Roseanne for? A whole segment or like
Yeah,
the
just a whole
show?
segment. Yeah,
and
just-
what did they ask her? Like,
So
what
it was like,
like?
you're a domestic goddess because my mom's a single mom. She hates when I say single mom. She goes, you say single mom, and that means I had a bunch of kids with a guy that wasn't around. Your father was around. I was like, nobody said he wasn't around.
So do you say divorced
He
mom?
Yeah, what am I supposed to say? He left her with 10
yeah.
kids. He didn't pay child support. He didn't really
Allegedly.
help out.
Let's not jump to conclusions here.
Allegedly.
I don't want to get sued by Bob Kerrigan. What's your dad's name?
Charlie.
I don't want to get the
Charlie.
typewriter estate coming out.
Eat shit. Eat shit, O'Neill. Eat shit.
There's the horse jumping
Steel
off.
pier.
That's one of the stupidest things. How many? The horse
And you
dies,
wonder,
right?
and you wonder why they were dressed like that.
I think the horse dies right after that.
Then you see it get buried as the next
Holy
attraction.
shit.
No, you eat it.
Oh,
Dude,
here
that
it is.
person's
Oh, I
fucking
found
geared
it.
up to
I
take a
found it.
nosedive.
What
That's
in
the one from high school.
Holy shit, that's a dead ringer. What? Is that Rocky Balboa and your great grandmother?
This is like Back to the Future, how they use all the same actors, like as the same characters in different generations. That's your family.
What in the fuck?
Like Marty
Should I be
McFly is the
nervous?
exact
Like,
same.
Show
Was that in the bloodline
I
or the
think
water?
they're
That
more masculine than.
That really is the same guy. Your great grandmother or whatever that is the same guy as your brother.
The expression, the head tilt.
The sadness,
It's the same fucking person.
sadness in the eyes.
The one eye that's more towards the forehead, and the other that's under the
Jimmy will
nostril.
fuck you up, Jack.
Jimmy, I didn't say that.
You don't,
Jimmy.
you don't want Jimmy.
Was Jimmy the one that we called?
No, that's Billy.
Jimmy's like 80 years old.
How
old's Jimmy?
50 something.
And he doesn't
Not 80, but 50 something.
I wouldn't
and he
fuck with
still would
Jimmy.
snap your neck.
How tall is
He's a
Jimmy?
big guy, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's the one with the hands.
and he's got a pro athlete son, so there's athleticism.
Oh,
in
that's
there.
the one?
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
was talking
someplace
about your
for the
great
twins.
grandmother's.
I don't want any smoke from Jimmy K.
I remember one time Jimmy came out to visit, and we were at the Comedy Store. I was waiting tables. Don Barris came out, and he was doing one of his, "Hey, Eleanor," he says awful things to
Yeah.
me.
Jimmy's like, "Hey, you shut your fucking mouth."
And Jimmy was just standing there with his jean shorts, which we all tease him about. And
Were the same ones that your great grandfather was wearing? And that he was wearing.
I think that's his relation to him. He's like, I feel these.
He inherited those.
And so
Those are vintage.
he was, so Rogan was there. Joe Rogan was hanging out waiting to go on. And we were just goofing around outside. Don Barris starts saying all this crazy shit. And I'm looking at Don like, not in front of Jimmy. Like, please don't
Jimmy's
do
here.
something stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jimmy believes in chivalry.
And so Joe Rogan was just sitting there, and he looked at me and he goes, Don, you're not paying attention. Look at his hands. Look at his calves. His calves are bigger than your
But
fucking
Rogan's doing a quick
neck.
study,
He was sizing him up.
anatomy study.
He's sizing
like,
him
look
up.
at his jean shorts,
He's like,
Don.
don't
He's getting
fuck
mad.
around.
Look how big his cock is. Don.
Don, because he was like, literally like, why would you do this? And
Don,
then
this
Don
guy
was
that-
like, I'm sorry, Mr. Kerrigan. I'm
Don,
sorry.
look at his shower cap. He's getting angry.
Don, he just slipped on his swim gear.
By the way, they're going to kill me if this gets out.
No,
Why,
this
what
is getting
happened?
out. I'm sending this to your family.
What, the pictures?
Yeah, I
Send
mean,
them. Aaron will post them
Jimmy's-
so everyone can see if you want.
Thank you, Aaron. Jimmy's not on social media because he says if I want to be on social media or Facebook, I'll go to the Acme, which is a supermarket. He goes, everybody from high school's there. They're all degenerates. I don't want to see them.
South Philly social media circuit.
Does he go there and write messages on the ice
He waits
thing?
for people to come in. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while.
He's like, here's what I've been up to. I'm going to do a post real quick.
Oh my God.
No, he don't bother with it at all.
Is his son
Which is
the
amazing.
pro athlete on?
Of course, he has to be.
So does he talk about his dad on there?
He's at spring training right now with the Twins.
Congratulations.
Whoa, the twins or those?
Minnesota Twins,
Aaron,
not his grandmother. His
Aaron,
great
have you heard of the
grandfather.
great Jimmy Kerrigan, baseball player?
I have. Yeah.
Minnesota Twins? Yes,
Did you know
Played
that
at
they were
Vanderbilt.
related?
we're hoping he's coming up this
Hey,
year.
I heard that the Savannah Bananas are going to recruit him.
This is a big
minute.
Savannah Banana podcast. If you didn't know that,
Are you a Savannah? Are you really a fan of this?
Aaron is on the newsletter
Oh, okay. I was like,
by
how
the
do
way,
you know them?
the newsletter goes, "Hey bestie."
to Aaron. Aaron forwarded it to us.
Do you follow the minors as well?
No. I just found this team. My buddy turned onto this team.
Oh, his buddy turned him
okay.
on.
Oh.
By the way, Aaron was also caught unzipping his fly during an erotic episode of this show.
Yeah.
So he can't be trusted.
That's true.
Was it me? Is it my close-up? Is that what you're excited
No, this was a
about?
different
I mean,
episode.
look at all these lines. If this doesn't make you want to get Botox, I don't know what will.
This episode is sponsored by Botox.
Botox. I don't
No,
even think
this
I should get
episode-
Botox. I should get a whole facelift. Go
This
ahead.
episode is sponsored by Freeze Pipe.
Oh, feel the
I love
cool.
pipes.
Freeze it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Can I be honest with you? So
Yeah, please.
these freeze pipes. So I haven't smoked out of a bong or a pipe in years.
Wow.
Do you know
Say.
why?
Why?
Ask me
Freeze
why.
pipe.
No.
Why?
Ask me why.
I know
Why?
why. I think I know why.
I want to know why.
Burn.
That throat burn.
Oh.
And we're comedians. We talk on podcasts. We can't have throat burn.
No.
You can't have
Agreed.
throat burn.
That's amazing.
But smoking out of pipes and bongs is way better than smoking those.
See, I like how
Other
you guys
ways.
are doing your commercials. I'm not going to sabotage them like you did for me and Rick when
How
we were
dare
doing
you.
the Comedy
Look, I
Store
lost you a
podcast, and we
sponsor.
lost all our sponsors. I think we even lost ATC over it.
We'll
so
give you
thanks
some.
a lot,
we'll give you
guys.
some freeze pipe money, Eleanor. You need to try this. They got the glycerin
smoke the
chamber.
No, I don't smoke weed.
Well, you're
I smoke
gonna.
cigarettes
You're
like a
gonna
person.
now because they got the freeze pipe.
And you probably don't smoke weed because of the burn. Well, the burn's gone.
How
the
long?
burn's gone.
That's not where the burn is for me.
How long do you think it takes to freeze this baby? I was like, oh, well, great. It's gonna take me 24 hours.
no. I
How
bet
long?
it. Okay, 1 hour?
Shut up.
And it's like doing,
Exactly.
You're
that's,
kidding.
That's what I said.
And it's like doing a science experiment. You
It's
feel
got-
good about doing your drugs. You're like, hey, I'm doing two things at once. You
I
watch
froze
it.
my throat.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
feels
good.
great.
It's got glycerin.
It's got the
That's
glycerin.
what freezes it. I'm back. I'm smoking weed out of a pipe.
Fucking weed. That's
Who
the
invented
best.
it?
Are you sitting on your nuts? What's happening?
It's got glycerin.
glycerin.
The Freeze Pipes founders, college roommates, pulling the money together to buy an expensive bong for the house, but they were like, hey, these bongs
Really?
still giving us coughing fits. Our throats are killing us.
Oh, yeah.
And they said, hey, we got to get this glycerin and put it in the pipe.
And the
they've done
glycerin
it.
is what freezes?
It's got the glycerin and it freezes. And
It's-
that's why it doesn't burn.
I need nitroglycerin
Guaranteed
for
glycerin.
this.
I smoked this thing. smooth. It's like some tequilas. They're like, oh, this is terrible. It hurts. This was smooth.
Yeah.
Very nice going in.
I like a Jameson coats.
Very
nicely.
nice going out.
Makes my nipples hard.
Yeah, come on,
Everything's
Eleanor.
good.
This is a commercial.
I
I'm
literally
sorry.
burned my throat last time I smoked weed so bad for 3 days it hurt.
He was
Guess
hospitalized.
What? With freeze pipe, there is no burn. You know why? Glycerin.
Yeah.
That's why the glycerin freezes and it makes the air nice and
I'm
good.
gonna
Get
let you
rid
get
of the
away with
burn,
this So you get
guys.
some money in your fucking
As Earl
pocket.
Skakel would say, be cool with the freeze
Be
pipe.
cool.
Freeze pipe makes everything from pipes to
Freeze
dab
pipe?
rigs.
Dab rigs.
Check out their entire
What's a
lineup.
dab rig?
Oh, Eleanor,
Or
if you don't know what it is,
yeah.
I'm not going to explain it to you.
Oh, that's because you don't know what it is.
I do know what a dab rig
How
is.
dare you? Check out the entire lineup at thefreezepipe.com and use the code DANDO, D-A-N-D-O, for 10% off your first order. That's thefreezepipe.com and the code DANDO, D-A-N-D-O.
Hold on, we
for
got to say
10% off on the site.
He rips through the
D-A-N-D-O,
D&O.
D-A-N-D-O.
It's D-A-N-D-O.
Correct.
D-A-N-D-O.
It's got glycerin.
Support the show
It's
and
almost like
support your throat. You'll thank us
MLNOP.
later.
Yeah, I like it.
Exactly.
Also, Eleanor.
Sounds
Yeah.
like seeing these pictures, you're going to need some professional help.
Yeah.
No, I'm through
No,
with
you
it,
are.
But
No,
I'm
you're
gonna,
in denial. You're in the state of denial.
the
here.
professional help I'm going to need is to get my family back to talking to me because I just
Wow.
outed them as my
It's Mongolian.
the first tranny granny.
No, I don't want to say that. You know, a couple of those kids definitely look like
They look good. They look good.
some issues
What
during
if I-
pregnancy. Like there may have been some drinking involved.
What if I have some cousins that hear it that I don't know?
Well, if you have family problems, ladies and gentlemen,
Ooh.
you need online therapy at BetterHelp. 'Cause they want to remind
Oh, I
you
know
to
BetterHelp.
take care of your most important relationship, the one you have with yourself, Eleanor.
I'm
That's
doing
right.
it.
And BetterHelp is customized online therapy. They offer video, phone. They even have live chat sessions with your therapist, so that you don't have to see anyone on camera.
If you're Eleanor's great grandmother, you definitely don't want to see
You
anyone
don't want to
again.
I don't want to see myself on camera. I think my grandma was hotter than me.
You don't even
that's
have to
for
put
you.
on makeup if you do it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Guess
I'm not
what?
good at makeup.
Much more
Sorry.
affordable than in-person therapy. You can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. That's quick. You can get right in there. Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy.
Yes, and this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and the Danish and O'Neill listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/get your pens ready. DO101 DANDO.
Bingo. Hi-yo.
Yeah, what is
That's
it?
BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/get your pens back out. DO101 DANDO.
Drink more Ovaltine. What kind of quiz is this? What is
Wow.
that?
Not a
What are those
quiz.
numbers for?
That's to get 10%
Promo
off.
code,
okay.
Eleanor.
A promo
You're
code.
going to be using it because you need
They
help
asked us, they go, we have
It's
this
been
really...
a long time since I had a promo
since
code.
you got paid.
They said, we have this really short, very memorable promo code, and we said no.
Yeah, we didn't
Give
want
What's
us
the
it.
something
longest
long.
one you got?
We wanted
We
longer.
like it long and hard.
Yes.
Dark,
Yes.
long, and hard.
Oh, did I just hear a zipper?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Aaron's banana. The Savannah banana's been unleashed.
The Savannah
That's what he
banana.
calls
It's good timing we have you here because next week is Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Oh, so
and
it's
that's Fat Tuesday. And the documentary Fat Tuesday on Amazon
Wait a minute.
starring
Next week is
Breakout
Fat
Star. I read a review. Breakout Star Eleanor Kerrigan.
Woo!
Everyone's talking about your
Is
cameo.
it possible to be a breakout star from
On a documentary?
A documentary
Tiger King? Hello.
that you got cut out of most of?
Whoa. Allegations.
I thought you were
No,
the
no,
most
no.
memorable part. You were the woman that was
That's
talking about
because
being fingered by an NBA player. No, that was another lady.
No, that was
no,
Eleanor.
that was,
Eleanor,
Tangerine.
Eleanor got cut. She was like, I got fingered. And they're like, cut. We don't want it.
You guys worked there when she worked there, right?
I sat the room. once.
She sat the room.
Tangerine fingered me.
Do you remember when they were telling people that they said we need a Comedy Store person to seat the room? They wanted to try it out.
Oh no.
And I was the
because
guy.
That's tripping on Tuesday.
Yeah,
that's why.
it runs together, those two. So,
Kind
by
of.
the way, if
It
you
was
don't know,
handed over.
if you don't know what we're talking about, Fat Tuesday was a show. When did it start?
95
At the Comedy Store. It was started
95,
by
96.
Guy Torrey, who's a comedian. He's an actor. I didn't know he was a writer. He wrote on Martin.
Yes.
I didn't know that. He and then later he stopped. What year did he stop?
Well, he started getting all-
2005 was
yeah.
when the show switched to Trippin'.
And
I
then it
think
became
so.
Trippin'
But
on
even
Tuesday.
before
But
then-
there was a lot of carryover, a lot of same
Yeah,
people.
because Guy was having people host it, like Joe Torre would host.
But a lot of the security stayed
Dan
the
and
same
Green
as
used
well.
to host,
Danny
yeah.
Green, the former LA Laker, current.
No, Dan and Green, but Dan, he used to come.
He
the shows
he
all
did
the time.
he did an inappropriate Holocaust tweet at one point.
Really?
From, Auschwitz.
Yes.
I don't like Danny Green with a Jewish last name, by the way, which hurts even more.
Yes.
He's
By the
not
way, they
Jewish?
would come all the time.
No, he's a black fellow.
I waited
Well,
on-
he could be, I guess, but I don't think
Black guys can be Jewish.
that's true. You're right.
Black Jew,
Bushman's
Nazi.
Jewish.
That was Judy Gold's joke.
How dare you
Jew,
steal
black,
Judy?
black Jew.
How dare you?
I love Judy Gold, but no, Sammy.
How did
Davis
you get
Jr.
in this documentary? They're like, we need a waitress's perspective.
They were
Former
like,
waitress.
By the way,
need.
I loved that it said waitress and comedian instead of just comedian. like you're
I think-
still waitressing part time.
Is there a waitress profession?
But
Like,
say it's a comedian though, and you were like, so I was serving drink. They'd be like, wait, what?
well, here's the thing. When this is the reason.
Did they make you? Did they ask you to wear an apron? You're like,
when
I'm not doing that.
it was in the belly room when it first started.
I saw that in the
So-
documentary. I didn't know that.
So when
I'm
we were
gonna
up
give you
there,
the belly room guy.
we had a waitress that was up there waiting tables. A
You
little
used to
white
wait
girl,
tables in that outfit that your great grandmother was wearing, right?
100%.
With the stripes and the
because I
hat.
thought I'd get way more tips.
They're like, this lady can't even dress in the current
Especially 'cause
era.
the asshole was cut out, and
That was for easy shitting access in the streets.
That was where that's where you could take a dump in the pond while you were swimming, not mess up your
oh my
shorts.
God, yeah. My mom was just telling me today. She goes, we used to go swimming down the lakes, and I'm like, oh, it's gross.
What lakes? The Philly lakes? What lakes are in
It's
Philly?
FDR Park. Yes.
Oh.
It's awful. And she goes, well,
Man-made
that was
lakes?
before it was polluted.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
that explains those
And I go,
kids.
wait a minute. Is this the same place that Daddy told me he would go catfishing in? Which, by the way,
You
he
go
didn't
noodling?
know that it was like what catfishing means now, kind of.
Oh.
He meant real live catfish. He would catch
He
them.
would go in there noodling with his
Oh,
wiener.
Yeah.
I thought you meant he was trying to get cats swimming and eat them for the
His
family.
new way of catfishing at 86 years old
Is it saying he's a hot chick online?
he
and
has,
talking
right,
about
that's what I said. He has a stick with like a string on it and a little toy, and he plays with the cat. He goes, "Hey, I'm catfishing, girl." I'm like, "Hey-oh,
Look
here
at
he
him.
is.
Still got bits.
He's got bits."
Fishing. Catfishing. What? Hey, I heard his security device is that above his door there's just a typewriter on a
Yes, and you
string.
open it
and it
falls.
falls on your head like an anvil.
He watches a lot
Hey,
of
that would
old.
kill you.
He watches a lot of old Looney Tunes. Tom and Jerry.
Wait, so what were we
So you're
talking
saying there's a
about?
little white girl waitress.
Okay, so from the Midwest, piece of shit,
you need to
terrible
go up
person.
there. Whoa, how dare you?
Horrible person.
I loved her.
Horrible person this girl
I don't know who
was.
you're
Do
talking
you want to
about.
give her first and last
I
name?
would love to.
Did you
but
hire her?
I did not. I wasn't
Okay.
doing the hiring at this
Got
point.
it.
Mitzi was still.
Ari Shafir would have you use her first, middle, and last name.
100%.
It makes the bit that much funnier. They need to
By
know.
the way, that person, first and last name that he used the other day was at the supermarket when I was there. And I was
At
like,
Acme?
I couldn't hide quick enough.
Uh-oh.
Say her name.
No,
Say my name. Say my
absolutely
name.
Not. I am not.
I'm not gonna. There's a lot of jokes, but I'm not gonna say anything because I'm tempted. Let's move on because
I
I'm gonna
was
say
like,
something.
oh my God. I literally felt like I was hiding. It was so crazy. But anyway, so yeah, this person was terrible. She was already like
Hot? Was
a
she hot?
problem. Yeah, she was kind of cute.
Okay.
Was the room packed, by the way?
She was dating like 50 comics. So
50
yeah.
Cent?
No, the room was packed, jam packed. You could barely get up.
Did he
there. It was
promote?
like
Did
roast
he
battle.
promote or just became a sensation?
No, it just became a sensation.
Okay.
There was this guy Herb, which I don't know.
He was like the booker,
Herb
right?
in it?
Yes.
Yes.
Very briefly, though. They didn't
Okay,
really give
but
him a lot of credit.
and that's not good because Herb did everything.
Well, you got more airtime than Herb.
He was the PR person. He
And it said waiter
literally-
/ PR guy.
He was so good at like getting people there, and he helped
What was-
Guy
back
a
then
lot
there was
more when it was
no-
in the main room.
There was
But
no
it was in
social
the,
medias. This is like all word of mouth.
Because there was, I mean, I think
Yeah.
it'd be easier back then in L.A. to get people because they're just word
well,
of mouth.
also,
People
like
did
Guy
word
said,
of mouth.
once the comedy act closed, once that got like,
Plus, you only need
you didn't know
80
what was
people.
going to happen there
Yeah.
at the comedy act.
What happened there? It just because it kind of glossed over that. That was a club in.
Well, Robin died, and
Robin Harris.
Robin
And then
Harris
the
was
L.A.
drawing-
riots burned it down.
The LA riots was pretty bad, but I used to go there with my first ex-fiance when he had a showcase comics.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. So
Robin
you knew all
Harris.
these guys.
These
Robin
were like,
Harris was
Robin
hilarious.
was gone. I believe he died before I even.
He kind of had that Bernie Mac a little bit.
Yeah.
The way he talked. I didn't realize he was.
Did you
36
love the Bernie
years
Mac
old.
thing?
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, wasn't it great? I didn't realize it was after Chris Tucker. I knew he did it, but I didn't realize it was after
Robin
Chris.
Harris. They said, if you don't know who he is, he was a great comic in the 80s and 90s.
That's what I said. Everybody says I'm crazy.
He was in House Party.
Wait, people don't believe that he was a good comic?
They said he wasn't
He was
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah. Baby Eight Kids was. Oh, it was Rick. I'm sorry. So it doesn't
Rick-
count.
Robin Harris. When they said he died at 36, I almost fell off my couch. I thought he was like 50-something years
Yeah,
old.
he
I couldn't
had
believe
like
it.
an old vibe,
But also consider he died of a heart attack.
Yes.
So not a lot of
but
guys
boy,
that look,
was
hey,
he
this guy
funny.
looks young as
Every
fuck.
now and then, they would do a quick shot of him. He looked a little bit like Beetlejuice from Howard Stern.
He did have the
Every
big
now
eye.
and then,
Yeah,
they would do
yeah.
like a quick angle, and they're like, oh, no.
his head's a little bigger.
He
but
was
yes,
like,
yes.
Yeah, a little different.
He was a black version of that middle child in that photo that you showed.
He reminded me of Dangerfield meets Bernie Mac. Like, he kind of had the
Yeah.
Dangerfield, like, oh.
I'm scared of you, motherfuckers. I love Bernie Mac. But
Bernie Mac was-
so we would be jam packed in the belly room, and this story got cut out of there. This waitress went upstairs, came down, and look, let's be honest, it was a frustrating show. You could not. People were like, I don't want to order because they bring their own shit. Then if they did order,
They showed
didn't
numerous times during the thing. They showed comics be like, "Oh, they're making you do that 2-drink minimum." They like kept talking about that.
100%, like constantly. They would. Fat Tuesday was terrible, and when it was in the main room, they would bring food in. Well, you don't serve food. I'm like, yeah, because it's not allowed in the showroom.
I
Like,
saw
it was
one time they brought in
constant.
a whole hog.
Oh.
And they were roasting it.
I saw a
No,
barbecue.
that was just a comic.
Guy brought in a grill.
Wait, whole hog?
Hi-ho.
The comedian?
Yeah, whole hog open for Earthquake for a few
And he
years.
used to go, ho hog.
Whole hog, whole
That
hog.
ain't half hog. That's the whole
That's a
hog.
whole hog.
That's
You
a
want
whole,
the whole hog?
you just got the whole hog.
Do you remember Earthquake would be like, hey, if my cousin was dealing drugs and I got caught, I was dealing drugs, I would say, we got caught, motherfucker. Like he was ratting everybody out. Like
He the
Stupid.
Chappelle's
Quake.
doing his
I'm
special.
nothing
I'm
makes-
shocked that
if
he didn't have one before then.
I'm thrilled he's doing
He's a crusher.
Daryl as well. Darnell.
Darnell.
Darnell. You know
Darnell.
what? This is because Rick's been doing that fucking Darnell character. Do you remember the Darnell
Yeah.
character?
Darnell Valentine.
Guess Earthquake's real name. I would never guess it. in a million
Muhammad.
years. Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
Martin Stroman, known professionally as Earthquake.
But I really hope he gets Corey Holcomb
He's
next.
58.
Corey's
yeah,
my favorite.
He used to crush in
Oh
there.
yeah, TK as well.
TK Carter?
Kirkland.
Carter?
TK Carter's great too. But
I was
TK
once
Kirkland is
doing the sign after when the show became
T
Trippin'
to
on
the
Tuesday,
motherfucking K,
and you
yeah.
after that show there would be a bit of a gathering area
Hubbub,
right in front of
yeah.
the comedy store. You have to put the ladder up, a little nerve wracking. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Melanie Camacho too, one of the best out of that.
And I saw Corey Holcomb was like down below me, and some of the things he was saying to women I had never been exposed to in my life.
Really?
I could not believe my ears.
Isn't it nice to grow up where you grew up?
Yeah, I was
Fucking
a little
Mayberry.
just a little different. A little different what I was hearing.
Shit, I got my brother sucking on my mom's tit. You
Yeah.
better get-
It was along the lines of that. What was being discussed. But it was unsolicited.
ghetto,
It was
man.
just people walking by.
Like he didn't say ma'am or anything.
I couldn't
he
believe
didn't
it.
say excuse me.
Get that pussy on my dick.
That was probably that was like his starter. It got crazier than that.
There was this comic. No, I told her story too. But like Lachelle, this girl, she wasn't like a big name. But you know how they would let some newer comics go up early.
Yeah.
This girl fucking crushed, and she would go up in like a jumpsuit. It
Was
was all,
she in the doc? Or no?
a picture of her, two pictures of
two
her.
pictures, but not any of the
No,
set.
she didn't get interviewed, but she's still doing stand up.
Don't worry
fucking
though.
Hilarious.
They got Snoop Dogg in there who really had nothing
Never.
to say about anything.
Why didn't they have Dr. Dre? He was there more.
Why didn't they have Dr. Drew?
Yeah. To talk
mean,
about what problems there were.
You might as well, because Snoop
but
Dogg wasn't there all
They
the
kept
time.
just showing
No,
Snoop.
you're wrong. He
was there?
I remember he
used to
came in.
Come a
He didn't-
lot
he didn't
to
go in
Fat
the room.
Tuesday.
He didn't go in.
He used to
smoke in the
also
parking
come
lot.
when it was on Monday nights, and on Monday night, Mitzi used to go and sit in her little booth and not in the original room, the booth toward the cover booth, that first booth there is where she always sat.
Snoop
Dogg stopped
Good to see
say
you.
something to somebody, turned, accidentally knocked a drink over, it went right down Mitzi's back. She lost her fucking mind. Get him out of here.
I hate gin and
Screaming.
juice.
No
Get him
way.
out. It was just coming out. Or maybe just came out. It wasn't.
And wait, what did he say? I bet he apologized.
This was
he seemed
93. This was
respectful.
my first year.
He seemed like he was respectful to older.
No, he was like, fuck all that yelling. And
Is that
he
what
just
he
walked
said?
out. Yeah, it was because it wasn't just him. It was a bunch of
Oh, that
people.
was
He's
wrong.
like, get him out of here.
You're banned.
But he didn't know who she was. You know, she's
Yeah.
just this fucking little lady in a booth that's screaming
And he goes,
at him.
stop that
Stop
hollering.
all that yelling. He just went out. He didn't start any
Jesus,
trouble with her. He just
He didn't
and it was
fight
an
her?
accident.
He didn't step up to her?
He was always cool, like chill.
Yeah.
But
Your
Dre
boy was there one night.
a lot.
Remember your boy?
Which one?
Bishop Don the Magic
Oh, of
Wand. And they were there for.
course,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's hard to separate what was Fat Tuesday, what was Tripping on Tuesday.
That's a hard. And
But
I
they
had
were there
Mondays too.
They were
so-
there one night and they were really hitting that parking lot weed up hard.
Oh, 100%. But Snoop used to pull up and he had this van and the windows were real little and they were all bulletproof. And
How do you know he's shooting at you? Like, let's
Well,
test it out.
you look at it, you're like, dude, are you on a stakeout?
He had
What
a
the fuck
van?
is that?
Like
yeah.
what? Like a-
And Chewy would let him pull in the parking lot and they'd open it. It was like Cheech and Chong. The smoke would just come out.
Well, he had a smoke machine. in
I was
there.
like, oh my God, is this real? And they would come every once in a while. It was he didn't come as much as Dre.
But I think it's a good talking head to have on a documentary
But
about comedy.
Warren G
You
was
said
one of
you
my
had
regulars.
you said you had a
Yeah.
crush on him.
That was
Did
my
you
boo.
ever do anything with Warren G?
No, but he in the belly room when we were in that little congested area, he would tip me overly because he knew how fucking hectic it was.
Yeah.
And that they weren't buying, they were trying to get out of buying drinks. They weren't tipping. So he tipped me heavily. And one of the girls he was with was like, hey, he said he need his change. And I was like, oh, here you go. Right?
I remember.
And I gave it to her.
No way.
And Warren G, because Warren G goes, just give it to her. And then he wound up coming down and giving me extra money.
I
'Cause
remember-
he was just like, these bitches.
I remember that song.
That's why they sing about him like that. Sorry. See,
You remember that song? Just hit the east side of the comedy store. Eleanor's waiting table. She's my whore.
She's at the door.
One time he was on the ramp, the Hyatt ramp with Chewy.
Warren G.
And I walked over. I go, hey, what are you doing? What are you
Chewy, by
doing
the
out
way,
here?
former lot guy, like not a comic, right?
No.
The most well-dressed lot guy of all time.
We're like a bowler
A
hat.
musician. Yeah.
Was he? I didn't know
Yeah. Chewy used to play at
is
House
he still
of Blues.
alive?
Yeah, he's in Vegas
Okay.
doing well. Doing well, calm, not whatever. So Warren G was with him, and I go,
Were
"What
they
are you-"
friendly?
Everybody was. He was nice to everybody. So he goes, I go, what are you doing out here? How come you're not in the showroom? And he goes, no reason. And I go, what's wrong? Like he put his hand over his mouth.
Did
and
he
I
have
was like,
Invisalign?
Do you have a bad breath or something? Like I didn't know. He goes, I broke my tooth and you know I got a crush on you.
Oh!
And I was
What
like,
could have
wait,
been? What could have been?
First of all,
you could have been Eleanor G.
How did he break his tooth?
I don't know.
He-
I didn't ask him. I
What
was
was he
just
eating?
like, all right. I
Was
was
he
like,
eating a
you want something out here?
He
I'll
had a
bring you
candy
something.
apple in his hand. He really took a hard bite.
I was good to my people tip me.
Did you bring him a glass of milk to
I
get
said,
the
I'll bring
bones
you whatever
stronger?
you need, man. This guy tipped like crazy. One of my favorites. And but so this girl that was waiting tables up there, she couldn't handle it. She came downstairs. Now you got to understand, this is also the Comedy Store is declining. Mitzi's
Yeah.
health is getting not great. Our shows
That
aren't
place
as
kept
busy.
it in business.
100%.
That show kept it in. Well, I mean, even
but
when
he
I
was
got
upstairs for almost a year. A little,
Okay.
maybe a year. I don't remember.
It said like a year, I think, on the thing.
Okay,
And then they
so-
moved it down to the
and
big room.
because it was so busy every fucking
the
week.
showcase room.
It was crazy, and so no, that's not the showcase.
What do they
ours
go-
the
what do they
showcase
call
room.
it?
What's wrong with
The
you?
showroom.
The
the
showroom.
big showroom.
Whatever. It's a fucking
The
The
showroom.
Vegas showroom.
Showdown.
Yes.
So the girl was upstairs. And so I was working downstairs. I don't think the main room was open because it was a Tuesday. So I was in the original room with this other girl, Lauren, and this girl came down and she was like, she had a full tray of drinks. She slammed it down. Now I don't know what they said to her or
Don't
what happened.
Do it.
She did it.
Brody Stevens said,
She
"Don't
goes-
waitress like this."
She threw it down and she goes, "These," and dropped a hard N-bomb.
Whoa.
What?
And
Whoa.
as I was about to be like,
You're like, you're promoted.
what the fuck are you
Did you
saying?
tell that
Guy
story?
Torrey, yes, I did.
Oh.
Guy Torrey was turning the corner.
Oh, boy.
And he looked at me. I go, "Guy, I will handle it."
You're lucky that's not Joe Torre, by the way.
Because I thought he was going to kill her. He was
Jesus.
fuming. And she goes, "These," and she dropped a hard R, like bad. And
Damn.
I looked, I was like, fuck. So I go, "Just go home. Just go home." I took her
Take
drinks.
the night off.
I got my friend Lauren. You met my friend Lauren Peltz. I don't know if you ever met her. Or well, she's married now.
And
So
then,
it's a
but
different
Mitzi
name,
did
but
that too when Snoop Dogg spilled the drink down her.
She would never. She would call me Schwartzy.
Jeez.
Come on.
That's
So
how
what
she
happened? You
said
said,
it.
"Hey, you might need to take
So
a breather."
I go home. Just go home.
Was she fired?
So I go upstairs. No.
course
I
not.
wanted her to be, but we had no one. But I
You're like, "We need
I
this-
wasn't in charge.
We
I
need this
wasn't in charge.
racist lady because we have no one else.
I literally wasn't in charge.
I'm
so
assuming she didn't work that show anymore.
She did not work that show anymore, and she only lasted like a month or two after that.
Like,
and then
she's dropped
finally
3
left.
more since.
Did you have any other black waitresses or anything? I mean, were there any?
Yeah, we did, but not at that moment.
And what were the Thai guys behind the bar saying?
So, they didn't
Oh.
understand what she was saying.
Oh,
anyway.
don't
They were like,
it.
"Get your drinks out." Why
Do you
aren't
think
your
any of them
drinks
were
out?
like,
I
"Oh,
don't
that's a
care.
good American word. We need to learn that"? Or,
By the way, there was two
God
Mexican
damn.
guys behind the bar at that point,
Whoa.
Marcos and Orlando.
That was a different scene back then.
So yeah, we had Mr. Pete, Marcos, and Orlando.
Didn't
Marcos was my
switch. She
favorite.
didn't switch to Thai bartenders yet.
Well, they were good. They were great workers. So, but anyway, so she, so we sent her home. I go upstairs. I'm like, "Hi, did you have?" And I'm trying to imagine what these fucking drinks are, and I'm trying to give them out, and they were so nasty. But I was like, "We're just gonna have to take this L and try to
Oh.
get these all out." While I'm trying to be as nice as I can to people, Lauren goes on the microphone. She's like, "Look, you fucking killed the other waitress. She quit. We are your only fucking hope."
You want a drink in here?
And everybody just started laughing at her.
She started doing a quick set. She's
yeah.
like, "While I'm up here, you know what I hate about waiting tables?"
My
We're like,
God.
"Yeah."
And so they calmed down, and because Lauren did that, we had time to like get up before Guy started the show. I mean,
Wow.
it was otherwise it would have been so chaotic. And it's already, you know, the belly room. It's so tight.
and you have to climb the
so
stairs
tense,
to get up there.
And you're-
Those dangerous fucking stairs.
that you can be
it's like a
pushed
ladder.
down at any moment.
Yes.
In roller skates. Mitzi made you guys wear roller skates.
Scrunch show,
back then.
yeah. He was up
Scrunch show.
there.
I think he was more of a tripping on Tuesday as opposed to a fat
No,
Tuesday.
you're right. He was, yeah.
He's a later generation.
But he definitely wore roller skates
Yeah, all
on
the
that
time.
stage and gave me anxiety.
JB Smoove did a great roller skating bit in the Fat Tuesday documentary.
Oh,
He's like, when you take the wheels off, you got the
Yes.
screws, and he's going,
People said that he was like
Killed.
destroyed.
insane.
I
They
could
said
see
he would
that.
milk bits
Insane.
like.
Hours.
Yeah.
It felt like,
Who was it? It was like Ari, Taylor, like a bunch of guys were like, dude, he was unbelievable.
you know, you're like, he can't get any more out of this.
Yeah.
And he did. And he kept going.
They
And
said
it's
he
Too
would just
bad he
so
doesn't
good.
still do
he
it.
would do one.
He doesn't do stand up at all?
I think
I think he does.
a little bit.
I think he does.
I think he would do one premise per special. He's like, I got to get a new premise
It's a good idea. Like, hey, I'm only talking about this.
for an hour. One bit.
So funny.
He
Yeah.
was the hats and everyone wearing the hats. The guy,
Big deal.
Guy Torrey has like a Hamburglar hat he was
I
wearing most of
remember-
the
It
documentary.
was weird seeing Cedric the Entertainer not in the full suit. You know, like to see him as like,
By the way.
walking down the street because every time you would see him perform, he's got the full 3-piece suit
You know-
with the hat.
Remember when they did the
He's in a
100
sweatshirt.
best comics or something?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So
Started a fight.
Dom
I
Irrera-
saw a fight over
That was
it.
15 years
really?
ago.
Dice and Dom. That was the part of
You're
the
talking
fight.
about Comedy
no,
Central.
Dom was before Dice. Dice was way at the bottom, but Dom was right before him was Cedric the Entertainer. He's like, how could I compete? He's an entertainer.
Yeah, he covers it all.
The name. So they were
Triple
at,
threat.
they were at Russell Peters Got Married this weekend.
He was
and they
on
were
the
at
dock as well.
They were at the wedding, and Cedric married them.
Really?
And
Oh,
he
no
came
shit.
up to Dom's table. He goes, "Well, I am an entertainer, motherfucker."
Ah!
And Dom was like, "Oh shit!" Like I forgot. Yeah.
Wow, he brought it back. He's like, I'm also a wedding officiant. Cedric the wedding officiant.
I'm
That's
well
part of
rounded.
that's in the entertainment umbrella.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, because
That is true. Did he do like singing as well? He's like, you can book me for both, and I DJ.
Hey, that's a little much.
I
But
DJ
at
as
the
well.
end, they gave everyone their name on the wall, and Cedric was particularly touched. But I was like, motherfucker, you were selling out stadiums
Isn't that crazy?
and all this shit. And this,
When JB Smooth,
But I
like,
don't
you're
remember
huge
him
now.
ever like showcasing.
That's what's
JB
weird.
Smooth either.
They
I
kind
don't
of painted
remember
it
that.
like they were being kept away.
Which
but,
bothered me because Chris Tucker got passed in '94.
oh, come on, Mitzi.
That didn't start till '95. There's plenty of lineup
Yeah.
with Chris Tucker on
Chappelle was there too, right?
Chappelle also was there
'Cause he was making it
but
seem like
he
he
was too
wasn't.
young, and that's not true. He might not have gotten in other clubs, but he definitely, if he was in town, Mitzi liked him.
he did say
and she booked him.
It was weird when he said that he would never
because they
park
just
a car.
discredited so many Martin, Chris Rock,
Yeah.
they were all there. Tommy Davidson,
Martin's
they were all
still there.
regulars. I know, but before Fat Tuesday came into play,
They
or
mentioned Mooney and Pryor, but like real quick. It was
but
like,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
they were
Or
there.
Alex Thomas, Daryl Heath, they were Mitzi's babies. They
Eddie,
were her.
Whoa.
Eddie Murphy too.
Who'd Mitzi have those kids with?
She thought these are going to be my stars, and she was grooming them.
They had a
Grooming. Wait, the good grooming or the bad grooming?
the good one,
that word's been ruined. They
but like an angel. Yeah.
There was a narrative for sure that they were trying to hit super hard, whether it was fully
100%.
whether it was
yeah.
fully true or not. They were
because
trying to stick to it.
Like Ari Spears also was a regular.
Ari Shafir.
He was a regular.
He got
at the
kicked
store.
out because he got in a fight. With,
Him and Jenica Berger
Yeah.
got into a fist
And they both
fight.
got.
But for years, Aries thought he was the only one that got banned, and I go, no, motherfucker, she got banned too.
Chappelle also said he would never wear a T-shirt to park a car because he believed in himself more than that. And
By
I
the
was
way,
like,
great
oh, that's
cameo
kind of
by the great
kind of a
Mike
dick move.
Ricca and
Oh, yeah, I
Robbie
saw that.
Braun.
I
Yeah.
thought that point I thought was hypocritical because he was talking
is,
about
that's
not
mean.
working there, but he's saying like. He's like, we were mistreated, but you're also saying all these white guys. But so basically, you're saying Mitzi mistreated almost everyone. No,
Mitzi, that's
but they
the
didn't. They
beauty.
kind of glossed over that.
That's the beauty of it. Mitzi
Yeah.
mistreated everyone.
Everybody.
Now, do I
Equally.
believe? Do I
Is that
believe
good? But no.
that there's club owners that are racist? Absolutely.
Yeah.
We dealt with Tommy. I get it. He wasn't an owner, but he said some wild shit.
But Mitzi,
But Mitzi
was
overall-
an asshole to all of us.
To all,
100%.
to one and all.
She was equal.
Yeah, equal opportunity asshole.
Like I think Mitzi would have been an amazing. She's amazing what she did, but like if she worked for the WWE,
Yeah.
that's perfect. Like, hey, I got an idea. Wear a turban.
She would be-
like
she
she
was-
wanted Maj Jobrani to wear a
She
turban.
was had old-fashioned viewpoints that were a little out of date even then.
She was the Weinstein of the 80s.
And by the way, Chappelle later said, yeah, like, and then it became the show, the Fat Tuesdays became so big that, like, these white guys walk around a comedy store shirts like we were the rock stars. I'm like, dude, why are you so against?
I didn't
It's a
like
shitty
that.
job.
Yeah,
you don't
it's
get good
true.
money.
But no,
like,
he what he was saying was like, I believe in myself more. I would never put on a shirt to get stage time. But I was like,
But there was guys that used to bark. It's the same thing.
I know, it's
in New
all the
York, it was
same.
just called barking.
I didn't get why he put himself like above working there.
Kinnison was an employee, right?
Tennyson was an
Like, it's
employee.
like-
Dice was an employee.
Also,
for
like,
an
these guys all
hour.
suck.
Also, most
Hey, I
guys
quit.
were
Andrew wouldn't do it either, but he.
I'm not doing it.
most guys started out there, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
We're-
And,
like I started after I'd only been doing comedy like a year. I'm not getting. Where am I getting spots anywhere after a year?
Right. And then Johnny Sanchez, I remember Mitzi was like, oh, you're terrific. Can you work tomorrow night? He was like, yeah. She's like, okay, get a T-shirt from the manager. And he was like, wait, what? He thought
Yeah,
she
yeah.
meant
Comedy? He's
thought
like,
she
wait,
meant
comedy?
comedy. So he was like, oh, he did something kind of incredible. He was like, I got booked on this thing, so I'm going to be gone for the next 2 weeks. So he hid, and Johnny worked a lot, so he would get other spots, but he hid for a while. And then Scott Day, the talent coordinator, was like, don't worry about it. I understand. You don't want to work here. And he was like, so he never had
Yeah,
to
I mean,
work there.
I get it, but most people that work there were just starting out, so they're like,
Sure. So
they don't
you're
know
also
anything.
like, hey, I don't have any money.
Yeah,
don't
Chappelle was
have it.
probably like 8 years into comedy when he showed up. So of course,
Yeah, he started
he's not
when he
gonna
was
fucking-
14.
And he probably had a bit of
And
a
he
name.
was already underage when he was coming there.
Yeah, so he's probably
He started
been
at
5-6
7,
years.
so by the time he was 11,
And I love Dave, and he knows Mitzi loved him. If he came in town, Dave Chappelle, Dave Attell, and
David-
Jeff Ross
and David Taylor
were the ones that got spots. She
Mitzi
did not
loved
like
them all?
Bill Burr. She did not
Oh,
like
wow.
Sarah Silverman. I don't know why.
Didn't like Jerry
She
Seinfeld.
didn't like Louis.
She didn't like Louis. Yeah, I remember that.
She told me, well, because I said, hey, that guy was really funny. And she says, too polished. He doesn't need us.
yeah.
She didn't like Gary Shandling, but they didn't bring up. They didn't bring up the white guys.
7 years.
that she didn't like. But it's like, oh, she hated all these black. It's like there was
She
a lot
did
of people
not
she didn't
like-
like. It's just one person's opinion. That's it.
100%. You're also taking away from every comic that worked there, like AJ Jamal, who was fucking phenomenal.
Didn't he host
and
something?
AJ would do
Yeah.
Fat Tuesday as well, but he was fucking. He would rock
Did he host
that
Comic
main
View?
room.
Was that him? He
I
hosted
think
something.
So, but you like
Leslie
Chris-
was there for a while.
Yeah, that
no,
footage
Mitzi
was
didn't
from.
book.
No, but-
Leslie worked for them. Mitzi didn't book. Leslie.
She was there from '98. They had
Yeah,
that
I've known
thing.
Leslie
She had that same
since
towel.
the 90s.
Same
definitely.
towel.
Same sweat towel, still a little sweaty.
I remember when Martin had to do community service, and he chose to do a show.
This is
right?
ju- this is-
Ah, this is community service.
This is just for his
my God.
When he
his
got-
college for his resume.
No, when he got in trouble
Oh,
in Burbank, running around
naked.
with when he
Yeah.
had the gun. His wife was driving him crazy, and he snapped. Right, so we all get it. No big deal.
Yeah, we've all been married to
but
Martin's
he
wife.
got.
We've all run down the 101
Hey,
with
she's
a
married to
handgun.
Emmett Smith now. that
Really?
Yeah, Patricia. Yeah,
good
and
for
she
her.
was dating Jamie Foxx. Like she
He-
was fucking with him.
By the way, he was running down the highway in his underwear during rush hour with a gun, right?
Something along
He was promoting.
those
He was promoting Rush Hour 3. He wasn't in it, but he was helping Chris Tucker.
But his like instead of picking up garbage, he said, "I'll do a show," and he did in the main room.
That
It was
counts?
packed. Yeah,
What?
they got it to,
How many
because all the
hours?
money goes to.
No, I guess.
Yeah.
But
How many hours does he go? It took me. It
did
took me
it.
400 hours to book it.
It was
and get it all
it was a
set
great
up.
show. Unfortunately, that night Aaliyah died, the singer.
Yeah.
And so everybody was like all somber, and I was all excited, like this is gonna be a killer show. I go backstage because I was friends with all those guys. So I'm like, hey, what's up? You know,
Yeah.
and they're
People are
like,
weeping.
Aaliyah died. I'm like, who? Oh shit, yeah.
Like-
Oh really?
like she one of
Like,
the waitresses?
I was because I was just like in my own little fucking world, and but this whatever. So shit. Now you made me forget what Martin was doing.
You said that the waitress that dropped the N-bomb goes, good, Aaliyah.
Let me tell you about Aaliyah for a second.
No, but I mean, he did his show. So Martin was doing his show there, but I'm saying like all those guys, there was definitely something else I was going to say and I forgot what it was, but all those guys all worked there long before Fat Tuesday came into
So you're
existence.
saying that it's not
It's a little
completely
silly.
accurate.
A little silly.
I liked the first episode. I thought was great. I thought as a lot of docuseries as it goes on, they're like kind of fishing for
And when
content. They got
yeah.
like away from the show. You're
It
like, wait, well, they're not even
definitely
talking about Fat Tuesday. You're talking about.
I loved all of it.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
But I mean, they really did a great job with the documentary, honest to God. And I was thrilled that Fat Tuesday gets its light.
It's weird that in the Comedy Store documentary, they
I
didn't
can't
mention it,
believe it.
yet Fat Tuesday
And I
had
told
its
all
own
those stories.
4-hour documentary, which was great.
Excellent.
And they didn't even mention it, the other one.
No, I understand. Like Binder,
the ball.
and Binder has come out and said apologize
And
been
apologize for not including Danish and O'Neill in the
100%,
which he was asked to do.
He never would. We're too,
Yes, he was
We're
asked.
too-
asked, and he said no. Yeah, we're Team Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday came to us.
They said.
Did they?
And they said, yeah, they
I
definitely.
had stories. I could.
They
have
said,
had.
Well, I told a lot
they
of
put
stories.
custodians and comedians.
By the
under
way,
our-
the
under our
best
names.
you guys worked the back door during Fat
And
Tuesday,
lot.
and you had to do a lot. Now,
Yeah,
did you
I did
have?
both.
Because my favorite Ingram thing was when everybody used to come in on Fat Tuesday and say,
Oh, the lot was
Yep.
say
terrible.
I'm
I'm
weigh-in.
friends with so-and,
no,
I'm this.
literally say I'm a weigh-in.
Well, there was also there was a lot of like I'm so and so. Like they would give you like I once had. Do you remember the hit song from the '90s?
I don't know why.
Ooh, boy, I love you so, never ever ever gonna let you go. Candyman, he was a rapper.
yeah.
That's the chorus. They're like 5 cars pulling.
Yeah,
and I'm
you
like,
did a
I'm like,
terrible job
I'm
on
like,
that,
guys,
but yeah.
oh, I didn't do the falsetto. But
Got
I'm
it.
like, guys, who are you here with? And they're like, Candyman's like 5 cars back. I go, you got to get the fuck. Candyman, it was like 2000. So
Also,
like, Candyman ain't doing it. You gotta
They
get
would
the
just get
fuck
out of their cars
out.
and walk into
Yes.
the show, and you go, "Who the fuck left their car right here?" They thought it was valet.
So
They would
Ingram-
block the whole entrance. I remember people going, "Somebody with this fucking car needs to get the fuck out here."
And then you'd be like, you a comic? Like, no, I'm not a comic. Get the fuck out of here, man. You can't park here.
It was.
But so
insanity.
he but so whatever. Now
I remember the story.
You guys did
I
it.
remember the
Okay,
story.
so Keenan, yeah. So the weigh-ins,
They
Keenan
pulled
Wayne.
up. Someone pulled
real
up in a car.
weigh-ins,
Yeah.
and Rick didn't recognize. I
Well,
believe it was Marlon.
The back windows were tinted. They were
Right.
up. The front windows were down. He could see the two weigh-ins that were like lesser weigh-ins in the front.
I think it was like, yeah.
Lesser
I think it was
weigh-ins.
Sean and
Probably Sean and Marlon,
And
because
they're like-
they were the youngest. But Sean, by the way, was also a paid regular.
Oh, was he?
Marlon
DJ.
didn't do it as much.
SW1.
But Sean, Keenan, and Damon were there almost every night. They got me one of my
They got you
vouchers for my SAG card.
Oh, they
they
were
got
gonna
me my
say-
last two.
They were going to
really?
say pregnant.
Eddie Griffin got me one, and they got me my last two. Damon did.
Congratulations.
So I mean, these guys were like, always
Yeah.
there. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like that narrative that we were just talking about. But anyway, so they pull in, and Rick, being Rick, was like, they were like, yeah, we're the weigh-ins, and he goes, yeah, show me Keenan, and I'll let you in. It's a joke.
And the back window
And the
rolled
window
down
went
slowly, and he was dying. Keenan loved it.
He was
was
dying
Keenan.
laughing.
And I'm sure that the two in the front didn't love it, but Keenan
No,
enjoyed
but-
it.
Yeah, he goes, show me some Keenan Ivory.
But they literally, like, Rick was like, I can't tell you how many people have claimed to be you guys and you. Like, I don't know comedy. Like, we
He's
can't
like,
see.
I don't know how many
in
siblings you
living
have.
color. You know what I mean?
remember
Like,
there was one where somebody just pulled in, got out, and was just like, park it. And I go, you can't park it. He's like, and he just disappeared. He just disappeared.
Into
and
the
what
ivy.
did you do?
I go, what are we supposed to do? I go, you can't do this. They didn't care.
And with that high pitch, they were like, nah, we're not worried
But
about
they
him.
were. It was.
You said on the way in,
See.
you were listening to the Ghetto Boys when you pulled
my
up.
we got to
Shit.
start another episode.
I'll close on this.
Another episode of what?
Just
It's a two-parter.
Just be cool.
Can you stick around for another segment?
Sure.
We got Eleanor's
No,
mom
not
coming
with
in.
how bad I look.
So
Let me see.
one of the
Oh.
only Fat Tuesdays and Tripping on Tuesdays would bring in a celebrity crowd, which they addressed in the documentary.
They certainly
one of
did.
the best guys I ever saw walking across the lot, Bushwick Bill of the Ghetto Boys.
Amazing.
Little person, if you don't know the group.
Yes.
And he's wearing like a full winter jacket. I don't think it was cold.
Full
And I was
length
like, oh,
to the floor.
I was like, oh, it's Bushwick Bill. I think everyone was like, who? And I was like, you don't know Bushwick Bill? I was like, fuck. And he walked by, and I was like, oh yeah.
He came back for that Chappelle special taping in the belly room, and you had to turn your phones over, in one of
Yeah.
those pouches.
Who came? Bushwick?
Bushwick.
Really?
Yeah, so he's
Double
up there.
B.
Oh, that's right, because you're his opener.
Yeah, so he's up there, and
Tell that story about the eagle again.
he's up there, and he's got another phone. He's got a phone to give.
He got a decoy
Put in
phone.
there, and he's got a second phone, and he's talking on it. And they go, you got to leave. They kicked him out.
That's like when you frisk a guy and you get his one gun, but you don't get his ankle
Those are
holster.
called burner phones for you commoners.
Burner gun.
Oh, trust me. Oh, you don't think I know a burner? For 10 years, all I had was a burner phone.
Really?
I don't think he even collected the other phone. He's just a decoy. He's like, that's not even a real phone.
I don't
Doesn't
think-
work. It's off. Great move.
But also, if you have a
Great
second
Pretty
phone,
incredible.
his phone, he had a second phone. He's like, because I'm going to be talking on the phone during the show. It wasn't even to text. It was like to have
Wow.
a real phone call.
Like, yo, I'm at Chappelle's show.
Bushwick Bill's got calls to
my
make.
God.
He's got calls.
He can't be offline.
No,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
very important. He's not online. That's why he has to call.
He had a new
people.
album that was dropping.
Maybe not, but he needed some calls. Say Scarface is calling from Houston.
I had
or Willie D.
what's his name? Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Busy Bone?
Busy-
Crazy Bone?
He
There
just
was
got
9
out of
of them,
jail,
wasn't there?
No, that's
Oh,
Wu-Tang.
jailbone.
He just got out of jail,
Hip Bone?
Prison bone.
and I brought him.
Prison boner.
I bought him a bottle of champagne.
To congratulate him.
No,
You're like,
he ordered it.
"Congrats."
He said, "Let me get a bottle of Moet."
He said,
I said, "All
need
right."
a bottle of Moet and hoe it and tow it.
What? So I bring him a bottle of Moet.
By the
and
way,
I-
Moet, is that how it's pronounced?
I'll say it the right
By the way,
but
Cedric
Moet is how it
Cedric
was
did a
said.
great bit on that special.
Moet?
No, about Bone Thugs and Harmony, about Taco. He was like, I thought it was a
Yes.
Taco Bell
Oh, yeah.
commercial.
By the way,
Chalupa and hoopa and dupa burrito.
but they really did. So he came right after he got out of jail. I bring him the Moet, and we had to open it in the back because, God forbid, if it shoots and hits somebody,
Yeah.
Or just the sound
break
could
anything,
the sound
you
could
could hit
sound
anything.
could start
100%.
somebody could be
Everybody-
firing back,
Stampede.
or somebody could be firing back. Bushwick Bill.
Go. And so I go, okay, yeah, I bring him the Moet, and I open it in the back. He goes, that shit's open. And I went, what? And he goes, you got to drink it. I can't drink that. I don't know you. I'm like, I'm a waitress
Even
here.
a server?
I just work here.
So what, did he make the food be boxed up in front of him at a restaurant?
He
He's like,
wants
I
to
don't
see
know
it.
you.
And I was like, he goes, I don't trust you. You have to take some. I go, dude, I'm working.
What about, did
I
he
had
order
drinks.
any other drinks? Because
No.
they're all open drinks.
Some of the girls had shots that he was with, but I was like,
Oh, so he's like a king. He needs a taster to
he
taste it.
didn't
Be like,
like
it's not
that
poisoned.
I opened, and so I had to drink fucking Moet. I was like, fine, I'll take a sip. Fine.
In his defense, he had been burned by Cosby years before, and so he was like, "I'm never gonna do it again."
So you had to taste it?
Yeah.
What'd you say? Oh, this is poison.
I go,
Right.
it tastes like
All right.
poison. I hate champagne. It tastes like poison.
All right, well, that concludes this part. Part one of
Ryan,
our
I don't like that you're kicking
two-part.
me out. This hurts.
No, you're going to stay for another segment.
Oh,
right?
okay.
You're gonna be back next week, and we all dress
two-parter.
in the same
Oh,
outfits.
look at this. Oh, my God.
is
I
a
look like a crazy person.
two-parter.
Let's get out of here. Goodbye, everybody. We love you. Freeze pipe, yeah.
We're jumping right back in.
Danish O'Neill, Danish and O'Neill. Your empty hearts, they will steal. Danish and O'Neill. If you've been to the Minute Clinic, but you still ain't healed. Danish and O'Neill. What's up, B?
Eleanor's quitting the show.
Eleanor, where are you going?